the same thing we asked pregame, but when a team's got that much three-point shooting at all times on the floor, how does that impact everything else they want to do?
I mean, a lot. It puts so much pressure on your defense when they're spaced well and excuse me, when they're turning the corner, or whether it's pick and roll or catch and shoot, drawing the second defender. Now we're in rotation, and I told our guys it was like imperative to take care of the basketball tonight, because once you adjust your stance so they can get by you, or you don't corral the ball and pick and roll, or they're able to get over the top of a pin down and turn the corner. When you don't corral the ball, that forces you to help. And then once you're in help and you're in rotation against a team that has so much shooting, you're going to give up a ton of threes, and we did.
Coach, how much did the struggle with turnovers kind of like take you guys out the game after the great start you guys had?
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was a big part of it in the first half, because we were shooting, I think we were shooting 57% at halftime. We were scoring the ball fine, but it was the turnovers, and a lot of it was interior passes, right? Like, it wasn't like the one where Alpie had it in the post and threw it out to Jabari for the three at the top. It was somebody has it and trying to shovel it off to someone, and they did a good job of protecting the paint and having active hands, and we got to do a better job of that. But yeah, I was disappointed with the turnovers and the assists, frankly. I mean, we only had 14 assists in the game, and some of our shot selection wasn't great. We got to do better.
So on the three-point shooting, the difference, on the drives that Jalen has pretty much all game, and Alpie handling the ball in the paint, how much more difficult does it become for them because you don't have guys to bring the defense away from them?
It becomes very difficult. That's where some of your turnovers come in, right? Like, a lot of the turnovers that we had were interior passes where they're not hugged up on their men on the perimeter, so there's less space. So yeah, I mean, it makes a big difference.
Alpie had 10 early, and
Yeah.
he kind of, I think he finished with 16.
Mm-hmm.
Are you seeing anything with him where maybe he, I don't know, wears down is the right way to put it, but he just becomes less impactful as the game progresses?
What I see is teams adjusting to him. Early in the game, they were just kind of playing him straight, and we were either getting into him in pick and roll or getting into him in the post, and they weren't really honoring him very much. So some of the turnovers that he had, he could have just kind of laid up, you know. But he's an unselfish guy and wants to make plays for his teammates, which is great. But then in the second half, they were much more attentive to his post-ups. They double teamed him. In his pick and roll game, they were really over to make it a lot harder for him. So I wouldn't say wear down. I would say the team adjusted to his impact on the game, which was good.
Coach, it's been a while since Jabari hit 3 threes tonight. What do you see from overall from this company?
Yeah, I was happy with you know, his aggressiveness offensively. Sometimes he gets in positions where he gets into a few more dribbles than he needs, but overall, it was pretty good. We had him at the 5 some tonight because we were trying to stay home more on the shooter, so we got some switching going on, and when you switch, you have to help a lot less. And when he's at the 5 offensively, you know, if they're going to play in coverage, he can just pick and pop in space and that. So, yeah, it was good to see the ball go down for him. It's been a little while, and as hard as he works, he needs to see it go in.